It's recording.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be doing a very special ranking list for a series that we both really love, that we actually connected through, that we made connections with. It is Halo. And we're going to do the main Halo series. So we're not going to include, what was it? Spartan Assault or whatever?
Or in Halo Wars.
And Halo Wars. So basically the main Halo game. So there's 7 games out. Infinite will be the 8th game. Obviously, we're not going to put Infinite on here because we haven't played it. Robbie has the beta. But we are going to count down our list of the 7 games. And Robbie and I are going to go back and forth ranking them and see if we have the same list or we might be different. But yeah, so we're going to get right into it. Okay, my Chupacabra, what is your number 7?
That'll be your number 7.
You son of a fucking bitch.
You're always first. I don't know why. Like this.
All right. So
It's your chin.
My number 7 for Halo is Halo 5 Guardians.
Spoiler alert, it's also mine.
Okay, yeah, then we could just start it off the same list because everybody that's played Halo probably have this as their number 7.
I would be interested to see if someone has it as their 1 or even top 5.
If someone has this as his top number 1 or even top 3, please let me know. Not that I'll ridicule you, but I just want to know why.
You will.
I know I'm curious. It could be the updates to the gameplay, whatever. But so Halo 5, I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's a weaker game in a great franchise. I think it has some cool ideas. I think the cutscenes, I don't think it's boring. I think that's just standard. It's a standard shooter in an otherwise fantastic story or larger lore of the series. And I think the opening cutscene's great. I think the fight with Master Chief and the other Spartans.
I think the first few hours we played, I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And then I think after that fight with Chief.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Bishop? What was his name?
Bishop, yeah.
Yeah, like after that fight between Bishop and Chief, I was like, yeah, I think that was the peak of this game. Which really disappointed me.
Yeah, I think the problem with Halo Halo 5, I'm sorry, is that it's just okay. And in a normal shooter that, nobody has any expectations, not bad. But for Halo, it is not great. And the online, I only played, you can probably look at my ranking, it's not very high. I think I played like 10 or 12 matches. And it's just okay. It's okay. It is not that's new or interesting. And I think a lot of people fell into that as well. So definitely Halo 5 is my number 7.
Yeah, I don't know if I can confidently say it's a bad game. I just think for me, it was definitely a boring game.
Yeah.
Like, because I really only... If we weren't playing together, I probably definitely wouldn't have played it by myself. I just wanted to see it through, to see the story, but...
Yeah.
After that, I had no interest of playing any more than after we finished it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was telling you, I'm like, is this game going to end? Because I'm fucking, like, I almost feel done with it.
And it's weird, too, because it's short. I think it's the shortest Halo. I think it's only like 6-7 hours.
Yeah. Maybe 8, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on difficulty.
So, okay, so that's both our number 7. So we don't have to go back on that one. So my number 6 is Halo 3. Halo 3, to me, is that weird one where, it's, I don't want to say that it's like a bad game, because it's not. It's just a game that I don't really...
Better than Guardians.
Yeah, better than Guardians, but I don't really fondly remember that much. I remember the certain parts in the story that I really enjoyed. I remember the gameplay being more refined from 1 and 2, but I don't remember having that same spark when I played it. And then with Halo 3, the online was just okay. I think I played with you.
We did play a lot of it.
We did play a lot, but I kind of fell off hard.
It didn't feel as impactful as 2.
Yeah, it just didn't. And it could be because more games are coming out, like Call of Duty and shit. But for me, I was like kind of disappointed with Halo 3's impact for me. I thought it was a solid finish for Master Chief, but I also thought it could have been better. And it didn't have anything. I know you said it introduced like loadouts. Or not loadouts, but
that didn't come to a Reach, but it was the equipment that was like the biggest thing.
Yeah, for me, that wasn't something I wasn't like. I didn't fall in love with the equipment.
Yeah, like bubble shields, gravity lifts, like all that stuff was cool, but I mean, you could definitely use it tactically in multiplayer, and I guess somewhat the single player. But yeah, it wasn't a game changer by any means when it came to Halo.
Yeah, so that's my number 6. What's your number 6?
My number 6 is also Halo 3.
Oh shit, we're gonna have the same fucking list. We did not pick the same list.
We also don't know where our lists are.
Yeah.
So, no, I think that I mean, I think the reason my number 6 is Halo 3 is just, I looked at the other games in the series. I mean, I made this list like 5 minutes this morning, but I think it was much easier in Assassin's Creed, as we said. But primarily because there's more games, but also just because I feel like Halo, I just know, like I really love that game. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is a little bit more difficult just because of how similar they all are.
Yeah.
Which Halo is too, but nonetheless. It has to be 6 for me because the other 5 games on this list are, I think, of much better quality. But tremendously. As many hours as I put into Halo 3, with you as well as some other people, I can't confidently put it higher than the other 5 games.
All right. Well, this is where we might differ. So let's see.
I think a little bit, yeah.
Or maybe not. Let's see. My number 5 is Halo 4. There we go. Different here. So Halo 4 is a good game. I really enjoyed it. If you watch my review of it, you're going to be like, why do you give it a 10? What the fuck? I pretty much gave every Halo a 10. I really enjoy Halo as a series. So when I'm saying these games are ranking, it's kind of be like, which great game don't I like as much as the other great game? But Halo 4 introduced some cool stuff. I know a lot of people hate the Guardians. Was that what they were? The little fucking Prometheans, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
That sounded very sexual and loving.
I'm Mike Tyson.
Imagine Mike Tyson in Halo.
He's fucking great.
He would,
Mike Tyson,
especially if he
Mike
wouldn't have to
Tyson
be a
voicing
Spartan.
Master Chief.
Oh,
yeah. Finish the fight.
Finish the fight.
I really do not like that fucking tongue lick you just did. That reminds me of a character. I'm trying to think of that. Oh, it reminds me of that. Yeah, it reminds me of Tom Riddle in Harry Potter. Yeah. Oh no, the fucking I can't
Tom
remember.
Riddle.
Yeah.
The fuck is Tom Riddle?
The son of Moody.
Halo 4. I really liked some. I thought the graphics were stunning for the time. This was a 360 game.
It was. It came out in 2012, right?
It was right before
the Xbox One.
And it blew me away in terms of graphics, the set pieces
Graphically
were
was
cool.
the best looking Halo at the time.
I agree. Yeah,
even
by
better
far.
looking than Reach, and Reach looked amazing.
This was 360, right?
It was.
Okay, and so that goes to show that how good the graphics were. I also thought that the campaign was pretty tough, which is nice. It was a balance of easy and hard. The online, again, was kind of like Halo 3 for me, where I really played it. I enjoyed it, but I didn't get like sucked into it like some other games on this list. But I think it was solid. It was a solid online and more fun than 3 for me. But I didn't, go crazy. This was also a 343's like major first one because I know they did ODST, but this was like that first big game, and I think they did a pretty solid job. Though you can kind of see that they didn't really have that magic that the others did. But overall, I really enjoyed this game. I actually want to replay it. I haven't played it, I think, since the release, that first couple of months. I do want to play again, but I did enjoy it when I did play it. What's your number 5, baby boo boo?
I'm gonna keep things switched up as we've had them in Halo 5. I'm sorry, excuse me. My number 5 is Halo 4.
You son of a fucking bitch! You looked at my phone.
No, I did. I swear to God. I swear to God, I did not look at your phone. I did not. I switched my list up a little bit at probably the last minute or so. So I had no idea what your list is. I really didn't. I mean, Halo 4, I do eventually want to go back to it on the MCBC, but I mean, I got to 3 recently, and I was like, yeah, this campaign I remember was not that great. And also, I think the biggest reason I deleted it too, I'll eventually re-download it, but it's so fucking big. Like that shit takes up 127 gigabytes. And
the Master Chief collection.
Yeah, like that can be 3 games these days. So depending on the game.
It is 4. It's 5 games. So
yeah,
that definitely is 3 games.
But yeah, it has to be number 5. I feel like it should have been top 5 just because I did enjoy what I played of it at the time.
Yeah.
They kept the assassinations from Reach, which I really enjoyed. So seeing Master Chief actually do assassinations was great.
Stick it in the dick.
Yeah.
I mean the back.
Sticking the dick in the back.
Oh, dick in the back.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Double
Is that-
fist it.
Oh, God.
This is energy sweep. Just both holes.
Oh no.
That would be painful.
That'll be the end
Yeah.
or the beginning.
Yeah. Halo 4, number 5. I can't say much else about it. I didn't play much of the online. I think I probably played like, I don't know, 10 or 20 hours.
Yeah,
I did enjoy what I played though.
It was the end of the 360. That was the problem, and so
Yeah,
I
the
don't
life
think a
cycle.
lot of people play the online as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So we're again on the same page here. So
Interestingly enough.
let's see if we agree here. Here we go. Here we go. You ready?
Ready?
Halo 1. Nah. Halo ODST. ODST was, to me, atmosphere-wise, it was one of the better Halo games. It was moody. It was dark. The city felt like it was destroyed when you're going through it. And you play as ODST soldiers. So they're more like special unit, but they're not as strong or fast as Spartans. And the opening really got me. Like when you're coming down to Earth, are you coming to Earth in the beginning? And
believe so.
you're coming in that like tube or whatever, and you're crashing to Earth. All that, like I was in. Like I was like in the game right there. So the story mode I really like. It's one of my favorite campaigns. However, the online, there wasn't really online. It was
ODST?
yeah, it was
There was co-op in the firefight mode.
yeah,
But it wasn't like, competitive multiplayer.
firefight. Basically, it's like a shitty version of Gears Horde mode.
No, it was okay.
Yeah, did not like that. However, the story mode really stuck with me all these years. I still love the design of the ODST soldiers.
The atmosphere too.
The
When
atmosphere
when
is
drop
so
and
good.
It's pouring rain.
Oh, and that was a 360 game.
It was
Right? I mean, man, 360 was fucking killer console. Yeah,
easily in my top 3
consoles.
favorite consoles.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, if we were to go through all the games,
Hardware was designed like shit, but
yeah,
in terms of functionability, it was fantastic.
yeah, 360, probably PS3 in the end, and maybe PS4. I don't know. I would have to do it anyway. Halo ODST, a very cool title for really just an expansion pack. Let's be honest, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. What's your number? Fucking
My number 4 game is
Yeah.
Halo Combat Evolved.
get the fuck out of my room.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The game that changed fucking shooters in his number 4.
Absolutely. That's top 5 still.
You're putting Halo Combat. You're putting ODST and fucking Halo 2 over the original. Sad. You're sad. You're sad and made my
I
heart.
really loved ODST. I really loved it. And when it came out, like I was when they first showed it at E3, I was just, it's the only game in the series where you actually play as a fucking like normal soldier.
That is cool. I agree. I love that fact.
I liked that aspect of it. I think I loved the different music that was in it. The music was different.
Yeah, the music score is great.
Yeah, it didn't have like the Master Chief scores. It was very different and
Almost like a sad.
yeah,
like, downer.
exactly. Because like
music.
what was it basically that Chief could not give you backup. There was no. It was just like these teams of soldiers that were trying to defend Earth or something like that.
They were like pushed into like almost like a Suicide Squad. Like go in,
yeah,
and try your best to like turn the tides.
exactly. But no, I mean I love 1. I think 1 did terrific things. I played a little bit of the multiplayer. I mean, I only played on LAN because there wasn't online on Xbox. So
If you hooked it up through a special XSplit cable, then you could play it all with your friends online.
I don't know what an XSplit cable is.
It's old. I just showed my age right
But
there.
yeah, Halo Combat Evolved, the first Halo, has to be number 4 for me because I can't confidently put it higher than the other 3 games because I just enjoyed them more. But I do love Halo 1. I replayed it recently, as you know, and the Anniversary Edition looks fantastic on Series X, and it ran very well. Well, I had some slowdowns here, surprisingly, during and for 2 as well, just during explosions and shit. Which I thought was odd.
Did you co-op those games?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe that's why.
Well, no, not 1, because 1 didn't have co-op.
1 has co-op.
No, it doesn't.
1 has co-op.
It does not.
Are you talking about online?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Online. Did it have split screen? Go on.
100%. Yeah, that's the
For
only way.
1?
Yeah, I played with my friend all night long when that shit came out.
Yeah, it didn't have online for co-op, that's for sure. But
That's so fucking weird.
nonetheless, I really enjoyed 1. I still think as a kid, the level where you meet the Flood for the first time is one of the most terrifying moments I've ever had
pretty
as a
great.
gamer. I remember I actually stopped when I was a kid. because I was so scared I couldn't get past that segment until I got older and I finished it. And I was like, oh yeah, finally.
I hate Flood.
We're able to beat these disgusting bitches. But yeah, no, Halo 1, you know, as you know, it was my game of the year for 2001. It was yours as well. I mean, I love it, but I can't confidently put it higher than the other three.
Well, there we go. We finally differ.
Yep.
Number 3 is going to be Halo 2. You know, funny enough, I probably would have put Halo 2 in like the number 5 position if I didn't just replay it. I really didn't enjoy Halo 2's campaign when I first played it as a kid or a teenager, whatever age I was. But this time, I really enjoyed it, except for some things. Like the checkpoint system is fucking horrible, like the worst checkpoint system. It's random. It's random. Sometimes you go in a room, it saves all the time.
Checkpoint generator that was, I don't know, it was something with their coding where whenever there was a true statement, something happening in a firefight, it would trigger checkpoint. And that was not great.
It's the worst. But I will say a couple of really great things about Halo 2. I know they remastered the music, but the music was fantastic in this. Probably in the original too, but fantastic in this.
Splendid.
I really enjoyed the story in this. I thought it was going back and forth between the Arbiter and Chief was great. I think that, the Arbiter's cool. His voice is awesome.
Shit. Keith David for the win.
I gotta say one thing though. I think like around like level 8, because there's 12 levels or 15.
I think it's 15.
Yeah, I'd say about halfway point. The first half of this game is fantastically paced. Yeah. Then it starts getting a little wobbly, dobbly, dibbly, bobbly, and we have we have a problem with keeping the pacing the second half. I will say I really did enjoy also the ending, even though it was abrupt. It is pretty cool to hear him go, "I'm gonna finish that fight, bitch." He didn't say that, but it sounds like that in my mind. I mean, I've already talked about the online so much in our Game of the Year videos. So I'm just going to make it brief. It literally consumed my fucking life for the whole summer, one summer. So love the online. Still one of the best online ever, in my opinion. Doubles for life. Shipop. What's your number 3, bitch?
Halo 2 is your number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. My number 3 is Halo 3.
You already said Halo 3.
ODST.
It wasn't called Halo 3 ODST.
Yes, it was.
No, should I keep going?
I love ODST, as I said. I guess I can't really explain much else about it other than I really enjoyed ODST when I played it. I thought the co-op was great as well.
It was fucking Halo 3 ODST. What the fuck? It's not even considered a shooter. It's considered a survival game.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It had health packs and shit, which is crazy.
Oh, that's right.
They brought that back from 1.
Holy shit.
Which was weird, but remember you couldn't jump that high. Like you were truly like a fucking human. Yeah. And it was interesting because they released it right around the same time as or I think a little bit after Call of Duty 4, because I think it was 2008 when they released it.
2008? 2009.
Wow, it was 2 years later?
Yeah.
Holy shit. It took them a while to finish.
They were really releasing Halos. Halo 3 was what, 2008?
2007.
And 7, this was 2009. Reach was 2010.
Was Reach
and then 2012 was Halo 4.
2010 was Reach? I thought it was 2011. I thought Halo 4 was 2012. It wasn't 2013.
No way they released Reach and then Halo 4 in 1 year.
No, that's what I'm saying. Reach had to be...
Reach was 2010.
Was 2010? And then 4 was 2012.
Yeah, because I think ODST was like, people were getting impatient. So they're like, here's ODST for like a year. And then Reach came out.
But like, even though that firefight mode... Even though that firefight mode was not great... I did play a lot of it, and I did enjoy it for that time, just because. It was a cool thing to have like a silenced SMG, even though it was more of a novelty. It was just cool, like some of the different.
It was different, yeah.
It was different. Like they had some different stuff, but I thought the characters in ODST were pretty strong as well.
I can't remember them, but I
remember them.
I
do remember enjoying them. Yeah. So for that, Halo 3 ODST is my number 3.
You just said Halo ODST. Tricked me.
I have to say the proper term.
All right, so my number 2 is Halo Reach. Halo Reach, I really enjoyed.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Let me finish. Halo Reach, I really enjoyed.
I thought we were together on this. Continue.
Halo Reach, I really enjoyed. It is the swan song to Bungie. It is their last good game. Let's be honest, and it really, it really captured the essence of Halo as a series to me. Like this was everything from Halo 1, 2, and 3 put together and put into the final game. And I think it was a great send off. I think it was really smart to go back in time before the fall and say goodbye. Now, I know there's some fans out there who read the books and are disappointed about the fucking story and blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. But I really, really enjoyed Halo Reach for its unique approach to giving a team that you already know is going to die. I mean, you know, from the beginning, you're like, they're not going to make it. And so I really enjoyed going through these levels with these characters and knowing they're not going to die and almost like waiting for them to die and almost forgetting they're going to die. And then they die randomly in certain spots really took me by surprise because you get attached to them. You don't think they're going to die. They're fucking Spartans, but of course, bad shit happens. I also thought the Covenant was like really fucking evil in this game. Like they felt like a presence that was going to fuck you up. In the other games in Halo Combat Evolution, you had the Flood, and then in
Evolution.
Combat Evolution,
Combat Evolved.
whatever. In Halo 2 and 3, you had the Brutes, but in this, you just fight the Covenant, right? That's it.
And Reach?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
Covenant.
So they felt like the original enemies again. The ending it always stuck with me as one of the best endings. And then I really liked the online. The online was a lot of fun. I played that for a few months. So that is why Halo Reach is my number one. Why my Halo Combat Evolved is my number two is because Halo, the first one, really started the genre for me for first-person shooters. The first one I really got involved with on consoles. I played Counter-Strike a lot, but Combat Evolved was the one. It has an excellent paced single player.
Fucking shit.
A great
Same thing as Assassin's Creed.
great yep I know you're gonna catch on, and a great
Yeah, I probably should have. Yeah.
a great combat with the what do you call it, the vehicles, and then I thought the co-op when I played, because all I played was split screen, worked really well, and the ending mission for Halo 1 is probably top 10 ending missions ever, just running away from the exploding. It was so good. So yeah, Halo 1 is my number two, but Halo Reach to me is taking every great thing from all the Halos, putting it in it, and then also putting Assassinations, which were awesome, and then also adding a great multiplayer that I played for months. Halo Reach has to be my number one Halo game. Titty pops.
I struggled with that Halo 1 sequence when I replayed it recently because the Warthog did not control well. I didn't realize that.
What?
I think I died probably 3 or 4 times, like flipping over and getting fucking shot.
You just don't. You don't. Yeah, because you know why? Because you didn't give it enough praise, and it decided to fuck you.
I played Halo 1 before we did this video,
Okay.
and I love Halo 1.
Okay.
It was my game of the year for 2001. How the fuck did I not give it enough praise?
It should be number one.
Oh, even, yeah, because it's your number one, right?
Exactly.
That's where you're going from. Anyways, Celeste.
Fucking Celeste and Gucci Mama.
They're taking off Game Pass now.
Good. Good. Take Celeste off. Put on Gucci Mama.
My number 2 game, appropriately enough, has to be Halo 2. I recently finished Halo 2 recently as well. I do think, maybe not for the time as a kid, just because, you know, it was more game, but I do think replaying it as a 28-year-old man, I think that campaign is a little bit too long. I think it will shave down by about 3 chapters or so. It would be much better paced. Fucked up. But yeah, I did enjoy Halo 2 for what it was, and you probably put more hours in online than I did, but I did love the online a lot. It was my first online game I ever played.
I think a lot of people. It
Yeah.
was their first, especially console players.
Yeah, because even PC games, I was playing like Diablo 2, The Sims. I wasn't playing stuff online on PC at that time. So
Yeah.
For that, Halo 2 has to be my number 2 choice. Because of just what it did for me, and just I love the Arbiter as a character, and I thought the bouncing back and forth between him and Chief was great. And I also like the Great Mind. It was like a cool, like almost like anti-villain.
He looks
in a
so
way.
much better in the remake.
Yeah,
Like
looked like dog shit.
yeah, he's so badly designed.
Yeah, no, and I have to give a shout out to it was 343 that did the anniversary edition, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that game looked fucking stunning on
Yeah,
Series
It
X.
looked really good.
Like just the CGI cuts and even like in engine, like it looked
I
incredible.
recommend the whole Master Chief Collection. Just get it or Gamer Pass it, but it looks
especially if you haven't played Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you have interest in it taking up 127 gigabytes on your hard drive.
Less than Call of Duty.
Yeah, and like all the best Halo games are on there because Halo 5 isn't on there. So you don't need Halo 5. So.
You still should play Halo 5 though.
You don't need to.
Well, if you want to know what the fuck happened to Bishop.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because he's definitely going to be an Infinite.
He is. He is.
Is he really?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
But maybe if you play Halo 5, you'll know for sure.
Yeah, Halo 2 is my number 2. I really enjoyed what it did for me at the time, and replaying again recently, I did enjoy it. Co-op is still fun, even if you have a best friend who likes to die a lot. Gian, I love you.
Shout out, Gian, deaf on you.
My number 1, most definitely has to be, even though I haven't played it in probably 8-9 years, also has to be Halo Reach. As he said, Halo Reach is a culmination of 3 games of improvements and hard work that Bungie did for that series, and it is very much their swan song to the Halo series. The animations were something unexpected. I think they showed them off a couple months before the game came out, and I remember being so excited for that. You know, because even Call of Duty didn't have like assassinations or anything like that at that time. So to me, that was just awesome to be able to sneak up behind someone
and see it third person.
Finisher. Yeah,
it was like awesome.
Third person, and to just being able to kill someone in a flashy way. And what was awesome about it was that they animated so well. They were beautifully animated, like they were very polished. The mocap for them was just amazing. They looked really nice. And I can't wait to see them again whenever I go back to Reach eventually. I think Halo Reach has to be my favorite Halo, primarily because of its story. I think it's the best Halo story.
I agree.
Honestly, one of my favorite stories in shooters.
Yeah. Really good pace too.
Yeah, excellent pacing, and I can't say enough good things about Reach. I don't remember the online terribly well.
I remember playing for a few months.
I played a little bit when I started the MCC a few months ago, but I didn't. It was like my first match. I'm like, oh, let's play some Halo Reach because I don't play much of the online. I got fucking wrecked.
Well, those players are on there every day.
Yeah,
for sure. Putting in work.
But it's still controlled well. It still looked really good. And is that remastered on the MCC? I don't think so.
No, but I don't think it really has.
Neither is 3.
I don't really
or 4. I think it's only 1 and 2.
Like they might be slightly remastered, like higher resolution stuff, but they're not like Halo 1 and 2. I don't care what anyone says; those are fucking remakes. They are literally remade from the ground up.
Remakes.
They look stunning.
Well, they play the same. But,
They play the same, but they look so much better. Like, and the level is just completely different. Like you can actually go back and forth and see. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was a really cool thing about 1 and 2, how you could bounce back and forth
yeah.
between the classic look and the remastered look.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
And Halo 3 got it remastered on PC, apparently. I guess.
For the MCC?
Yeah, or at least got it added recently.
Oh, yeah. I think I read that as well. Yeah, it's disappointing that they touched. But yeah, nonetheless, Reach has to be my number 1 favorite Halo.
So we agree on a lot.
Yeah, the only where we differed was...
ODST, really. ODST being...
Well, in Halo 2 and Halo 1.
Yeah. But funny enough, they're all in our top 4. So they're all the same, just different levels of enjoyment. So Halo Reach. Halo Reach is obviously number 1.
Face your daughter this morning.
I would say that...
Kendall is dead.
I don't know. Shit, we forgot to bring it to the house.
We're back, yeah.
That's our list. I am really actually eager to see people's list because Halo, I thought people kind of agree what are the best and what are the worst, but I went on Reddit and I saw a crazy list on there, like Halo 5 being number 1 and Halo 1 and like Reach being the worst. And I'm just like, what? So I am really eager to see some list on here. If you guys have the same list, post them below. If you have different order, or if you have opposite of us, that's even more exciting. Anyone who has Halo 5 as a number 1, please tell me.
And Reach
why.
is your worst. Please comment.
Yeah, or even if it's not your worst for Reach, I just want to. Oh yeah, actually that's a good one. So if you have Reach as the worst, or even
And
I'd
5
say
is the
1 or
best.
2. I kind of want to know why those are your worst. And yeah, if you have 5 as your best, I really need to know. So list yours below. I hope you guys enjoyed our video, and we will be back. Not in this format, but back into our little boxes of love where we see each other. We go, hey.
What's next?
Shit, we got a lot.
We have to wait a little bit until
Um,
2021.
Yeah, so I think
So
we're
2 months left.
probably going to start heading into the worst games of the generations, which should be a lot of fun. And
That'll be
then
fun.
before that, though, I feel like we should really do underrated. I found a list online of the top most underrated games for almost each generation. So I would like to go through. There's only like 25 on each, so we could probably do a whole generation, each console in one video.
God of War
But
Ascension.
fucking, if I see fucking God of War Ascension on this list, on anybody's list, we are ending these videos. But no, I'm really excited.
Underrated.
All right.
I really love the multiplayer in it, though, honestly.
Oh my god, I did have multiplayer. I forgot that. Fuck.
Multiplayer was fun. It was fun as shit.
No, it was not.
Oh, it was.
Everybody have a good day. I hope you enjoyed. Give them a bye-bye.
Da-da-da. 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 Da-da-da.